at 5.
In the wake of the mass shooting at an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas, local law enforcement agencies are reviewing and strategically planning for next school year.
In St. Landry Parish, the Sheriff's Office is taking time to review school campus layouts. News 10's Elise Corville explains what changes the Sheriff hopes to make to ensure a safe school environment for children and staff.
For 2 days, deputies with the St. Landry Parish Sheriff's Office visited and collected safety data at all 10 schools the sheriff is responsible for. The findings and suggestions will go towards the Crisis Management Response Plan, which will be presented to the school board before the beginning of next school year.
There is a state law in the books since 2019 that requires the school boards and the superintendent and charter school supervisors to get with local law enforcement to make sure that they have a crisis management plan.
In the wake of the deadly Uvalde school shooting, St. Landry Parish Sheriff Bobby Guidroz and his school resource officer supervisor are actively reviewing and making necessary changes to school safety checkpoints.
We have to be proactive, especially with children and the safety of our children and staff at the schools.
The sheriff's office is responsible for 10 schools, 6 elementary, 3 high schools, and 1 alternative school. However, he only has 3 school resource officers on payroll.
They leave the high school unattended and vulnerable to go check on the elementary schools, and that's not good.
In his proposed plan to the school board, Sheriff Guidroz says all schools need their own officer. To properly and effectively carry out that suggestion, he needs 7 more.
It's going to take funding. When you factor in all the related benefits of the vehicle, one person is right at $50,000 a year.
Another big find during safety inspections revolve around multiple entrances for the schools. He says the buildings and classrooms are too easily accessible from the outside.
We found some areas that maybe they're going to have to do better with.
Although the sheriff says there are changes the schools and school board need to make, he says his deputies are also reviewing their training and response times.
Our 4 shifts have SWAT team members on each shift. So if something happens during the day, members of the current working shift can respond and not have to wait.
And Sheriff Guidroz says he plans to present his ideas and suggestions for safety improvements to the school board in July. Reporting in St. Landry Parish, Elise Corville, KLFY News 10.
Thanks, Elise. Now, Sheriff Guidroz is also in conversations with our state senators and congressmen about funding for school safety detail.